From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come on.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. Able to find Gray here. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now 2nd and 9. Samuel going to go in motion right. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Going in motion left, that's Campbell. Throwing his car on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw his car. through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Down to the 25.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Let's go now.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Come on.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd down, here's Purdy to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The final shot before break. Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Cooper will go in motion. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd down and 8. They go play action here. Purdy. This caught by Latu, the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Carr throwing on second down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Carr now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
What is the deal? You guys are garbage.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Campbell making the catch. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, McCaffrey trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Davis now to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Hey. Ready. Go.
On first down, Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Giants! Jalen Hyatt, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants get a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On first down, it's Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Here we go, here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now Carr. Touchdown. Harris Campbell, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. McCann, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, McCann. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 19 yards away. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Niners 45, Giants 27.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot